Hello, welcome to a brand new video. If you haven't seen the video I published 2 days ago about the greatest unboxing ever, I'm about to spoil something for you. So you have like 5 seconds to go and watch that video first, otherwise everything's gonna be spoiled. But Shelly's pregnant and this morning we had a regular checkup. Everything is going perfectly well. I also had a haircut and I'm coming to work. A little bit late, but I just thought it would be easier to do the haircut right next to the doctor's appointment because you're right next to each other, instead of having to leave work early a different day or something like that, or come late another time, or yeah, there's generally not good times to do a haircut during the day. It's just very complicated. But anyway, today's Thursday, and Thursday is time for Throwback Thursday. Oi, what are you doing? You having milk? You're watching my videos. Throwback Thursday, hey? If you remember last Throwback Thursday, I told you a time when I almost died when my friend and I built a rocket. If you haven't seen it yet, the link is there also in the description. Today is volume 2 of The Day I Almost Died, also featuring my friend, whose name I will not mention because I do not want to implicate him in potentially criminal activities. One day I was at this friend's house, and let's just call him Bob for the purposes of telling this story. And he was telling me about how he learned about nitroglycerin at school, and then he got his book and showed all these calculations of how this volume of nitroglycerin will explode into a huge volume of air or whatever, and how crazy explosive it is, and all the madness. And he was really excited. You could see the excitement in his eyes. And then he got this container and then he said, "Here, this is glycerin. All we need," and then he opened the container and showed me, "all we need is nitric acid, and then if we mix them together we can make nitroglycerin." To which I thought and probably said, "You're crazy. This is very dangerous. We probably shouldn't do this." Probably being the key word here. Just a quick warning, don't do any of this. Don't do any of the things I'm saying. Do not do this. It's actually very dangerous. Please. And yeah. So I thought about it and I thought, well, where can I find nitric acid? And I thought, the school chemistry lab has nitric acid. This was a school in Brazil, by the way. I think I was in grade 7 or something like that. So a few days later, after he told me that story, I went to the school reception, I don't know, place where they keep keys, and told them I left my jumper in the lab, which I didn't. See, this is social engineering for you. That's the easiest way of hacking any system, is by social engineering, which is what I just did, by telling a lie and then getting access to something that you shouldn't have access to. Again, don't do this. Do not do any of this that I'm telling you, okay? Just be entertained by this story and then that's it. That's the end of the story, okay? I got the key. They gave me the key to Brazil. Did they trust anyone? I don't know if anyone else would do that to anyone. I opened the lab. I found... Gosh. It was crazy. I think I was a bit nervous, probably, and then looked at all the containers where the acids were, and then I found nitric acid, put in a container that I already had in my bag, put a little bit of it, put it back, gave the key back and said thank you. It was very helpful. And then I went straight to my friend's house, knocked on the door, and when he opened the door, there was me holding the container and probably having a huge smile on my face. And then he was like, "What the heck is this?" I'm like, "Oh, it's nitric acid." You know where I'm going with this, right? So we thought, okay, this is very dangerous. How are we gonna mix them together without them exploding on our face? We thought of a few different ideas, and the one that prevailed was getting a piece of paper, a sheet of paper, putting some plastic on each side, tying a string from one side through a hole on the other side in a way that if you pull the string, the paper will close like this, and both pieces of plastic will go together. And then we put a little bit of glycerin on one side, a little bit of nitric acid on the other side, and then all we needed to do is to find a place to put this and another place where we could hide and pull the string and then see what happens. Look, I know this is a stupid thing to do, but we were not stupid. We were thinking of safety. We didn't want to do right in front of our faces. We had a plan. Again, I don't think I can stress this enough. It doesn't matter how much of a plan you have. Do not do this, please. I'm not responsible for you losing an arm or something. Luckily for us, near the place where my friend lived, there was some land that was not used, and I think there was like some beginning of a construction. There was a big brick wall, and that was it, and then bush everywhere. So we thought, let's place the piece of paper kind of behind the brick wall, and then we can like walk for like 40-50 meters and then pull the string and see what happens. At that time, we didn't have a camera or anything. We couldn't film anything. We couldn't watch it from a distance. So all we could do was do what I just said and then pull the string and hope to hear an explosion or something. And that's all we did. We very carefully placed a piece of paper there and then slowly and carefully walked to a safe place. And then we looked at each other like, are we ready for this? Are we really ready for this? Okay, let's pull the string. So we pulled and pulled and nothing happened. And pulled and pulled. And we're like, I think we're pulling too much of the string. This piece of paper will eventually come right next to us. So we had this brilliant idea that we should go and see what's going on. So we started following the string through the bush. Just like, oh my gosh, where is this piece of paper? And like looking at a distance, not being able to find the piece of paper until my friend was like, oh my gosh. And it was right there on our feet, because by the time we pulled that piece of string, the paper had come close to us and it was fully closed and nothing happened. And I think I remember this moment of panic when we saw the paper literally run so fast as if something was about to come and kill us. Now, I know the end of the story is quite anticlimactic. Nothing happened, nothing exploded. And I have some theories for why it didn't explode. It's probably good it didn't explode, because I don't know how powerful or dangerous it would have been. Probably not as dangerous as the rocket from last week, but it's still dangerous. Anyway, here are my theories. I think theory number one is probably the one that prevails, is that the acid in that school was so old. I think they had it like for 50 years or something. It probably lost its strength completely, and it was not even nitric acid anymore. The second theory, which is probably complementary to theory number one, is that it wasn't unstable enough. I don't think it's that simple to make nitroglycerin. I don't think it's just mixing nitric acid and glycerin together. In fact, I was reading afterwards that if you add another acid, I think it was sulfuric acid or chloridic acid, another acid in the mix, it will make it really unstable and then actually explode. And then talking to a chemistry teacher when I was later on, like year 10 or something, or 11, he told me that he made nitroglycerin before, and he had the container where he was mixing inside another bucket full of ice, because if it's cold, it's stable enough that it wouldn't explode or anything. Again, don't listen to me, don't try it, don't do it. I didn't try. After that time, I haven't tried again. I have to say I was tempted after talking to my chemistry teacher, but I didn't. And he was saying that it started getting warmer and warmer, he had to run away and the thing exploded. So there you go, it can explode, it's dangerous. Don't do it. That was the Throwback Thursday for today. If you have any stories you would like to request, please let me know in the comment section below. I'll have to go now because I had a haircut today. And yesterday, I got in the mail some hair dye for my hair. I'm gonna dye my hair right now. I'm gonna film it. And tomorrow, there'll be a video of me dyeing my hair. And here's a quick preview of tomorrow's video. Oh, I think this is a terrible idea. Alright, that was it. If you want to watch more of it, just come back tomorrow and watch that video, because it's gonna be, I actually have no idea what it's gonna be. I'm very nervous about dyeing my hair. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna look beautiful. It's gonna be the greatest ever. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. First thing we need to do is pour this. Now I need to pour this into the container. So let's start with the first one. Oh, look how dark this is. I don't know how much I'll need. Let's just do a little bit for now.